YouTube.
Hey YouTubers, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I'm so excited, I'm just like you.
Alright, let's make Facebook go live.
Okay folks, we need to talk. Christians, we need to talk. So I have a little bit of a story before I start ranting about what we are doing to one another in our world right now. When I was a little girl, I really disliked doing the Passion Gospel. And the reason was because at some point in the Passion Gospel, we were, as a congregation, all going to have to stand up and yell, "Crucify him, crucify him." And I hated that. I hated that because as a Christian, I've always really wanted to believe that I would have been on the side. Yes, that's my dog, and she really agrees with me about what we're talking about. She's really passionate about COVID safety. So at some point, we were all going to yell this, and the reason it bothered me so much was because I've always wanted to believe that as a Christian, I would have been on the side of Jesus. I would have been the one to stand up and say, no, this is wrong. We are going to do what's right. We're going to follow the gospel. We are going to proclaim Jesus even when it goes against our comfort, even when it's hard. We will proclaim Christ. And we failed. We have been failing to do that. And this week, we have 1,700 new cases of COVID in Jackson County. And to put that in perspective, that is about 10% of what we've had in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, we've had 10% of our COVID cases. This is serious. This is not no big deal. This is not life is normal. This is not an opportunity to maybe take a few days off work, spend some extra time with your family. This is serious. Just recently, 100 people have died in the local nursing home. This is serious. It is one of those things that is touching virtually every single one of us somehow. And so I understand that churches are not necessarily included in the new mandates from Jackson County and indeed the Kansas City metro area. However, we will follow them. We will follow them not just because we are law-abiding citizens. We will follow them because we are Christians and we are called to not yell, "Crucify him, crucify him." We are called to stand up and do what is right. We are called to follow Christ, which means we love and care for all those, especially the most vulnerable. Oh, that's exciting. So, what that means for us as St. Anne's. Actually, for us, that doesn't change a whole lot because we've been following a very strict protocol. We haven't been meeting inside. We've been meeting outside, and we've been meeting virtually. So for us, this won't change a whole lot. We will continue as we're able. It is Missouri in winter, so this is touch and go every single Sunday. But we will continue to attempt to worship outside in the parking lot, if at all possible. Please remember that even if we're outside, that socially distanced and wearing masks is going to be very important to prevent spread. Outside is much safer, but please do respect people's space, and please do remember to wear that mask if you're going to be close to somebody. We will attempt to do that for as long as we possibly can. My goal is that we can get through Christmas Eve. I really hope that we can, because I think Christmas Eve would be absolutely beautiful to be able to be together outdoors in the evening, and that would be a great way to celebrate. That may or may not happen, and you want to know what? That's okay. God will come wherever we are, however we are, in any way that we are. God will be there with us, and that however we meet is how we meet, and so we will continue to do that. After Christmas Eve, we will be going virtual, at least until Lent. Now, remember, we've always been virtual. We've been virtual for years. So that is always an option for you. We're always going to be on Facebook Live. We're always going to be on YouTube. You can always join us virtually. I like to think of us kind of like the Chiefs football. You can go in person and freeze and tailgate and see all your friends. You can stay home on your couch where it's warm and nice and you can have hot chocolate. Wherever we are, we're together and we're all in the same team. So wherever you're deciding to worship, that's awesome. The other thing that this will change is we have said that as long as you're socially distanced and it's only 2 or 3 people in the building, masks were not 100% mandatory. Now they are. I don't care if you're there for 2 minutes dropping something off all by yourself. If you are in that building, you are wearing a mask. Because here's the deal. You don't know if somebody else was just in that building. You don't know if someone's coming right after you. Wear the mask. Because the thing is, COVID is spread via particles that stay in the air for a really long time. So please, 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 if you are inside the building, even if you're by yourself, please wear your mask. That is a new mandate that is going to be really, really important. So, all of this to say that it's not often in our lives that we get to say who we would have been in Scripture, who we would have stood up for, what we would have said, but we get to choose that now. And this is an important time in all of our journeys, in our faith, in our life, and who we are. This is a very important time to stand up, to recognize who and what Christ calls us to be, which is to love one another, our neighbors, and care for the most vulnerable in our midst, which means we will not stand up and say, crucify him, crucify him. We will stand up, we will put a mask on, and we'll say we care about everybody. God bless, I love you, and I can't wait to see you.